Hi class, today I am homesick, so I made this quick video to help you with your lesson today. For the warm-up, please complete the 6 multiplication problems on the board. Teacher, please pause the video, take attendance, and when you come back, you can go over the 6 problems with them. Hopefully you had a chance to solve these problems. Yesterday in class we learned that if the signs are the same, the answer is positive, and if the signs are different, the answer is negative. So hopefully you have negative 50. For the second one, hopefully you had 30 because they have the same signs. The third one should be negative 72 because they are different signs. The fourth one should be negative 105, again due to negative signs. Since these are the same signs, our answer will be positive. It is 176. And number 6 should be negative 128 because they are different signs. Students should now take out your homework. Teacher, please hand out the small sheets that are in the basket up front to the students. Class, you will be writing down problems 22, 30, and 36 for your answer. Please write those down on that sheet of paper and then turn that sheet into the basket. Please pause the video while students do this, and I will come back with the answers. Hopefully you've had enough time to put those problems down on that sheet and turn it into the basket. Here are your answers. Number 6 is true. Number 7 is false. Number 8, the answer is 24. Number 10, the answer is negative 16 because we have different signs. Number 12, negative 42. Number 14, negative 40. 16 is negative 50. 18 is negative 81. 20 is negative 110. 22 is negative 98. 24, change equals calories per minute times the number of minutes. So you take negative 10 times 20 to get negative 200. Number 26, the answer is 48. Number 28, the answer is negative 60 because I have 15 there because it is 2 negative signs times negative 4, which gives me a positive times a negative, which is a negative. Over here, I see this is 6, negative 6 times negative 6, which is 36. They did it this way, where they got negative 18 times negative 2. For 32, remember when the parentheses is in there, that means negative 4 times negative 4, as you can see, which is 16. Remember, this one means the opposite of 8 times 8, which is right here, so that is why that is negative 64. Number 36, we've got negative 5 squared, which is this, which is negative 25 times 4 gives us the negative 100. And the last one is to come up with the least sum and have a positive product, the numbers have to be negative. So the negatives that we're talking about are negative 1 and negative 24, negative 2 and 24, negative 3 and negative 8, and negative 4 and negative 6. So when you add these up, that is negative 25, negative 14, negative 11, and negative 10. So negative 25 is the least sum. Please put those homework assignments in your binder or in your folder so that you can save them, and we will get started on the rest of the lesson very shortly. Our essential question today is very similar to yesterday. Is the quotient of two integers positive, negative, or zero, and how can you tell? Yesterday we talked about the product. Today we're going to talk about the quotient. Again, quotient is the answer to a division problem. So in our first example, we have an integer counters to find negative 15 divided by 3. I put 15 negative counters here. How could I separate those into 3 groups? Well, I would put them in each of 3 groups, so that would give me 5. It's very similar to what we did yesterday. If they are different signs, we will have the same answer. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is negative 5. Work with a partner, rewrite the product of 3 times 4 as a quotient in 2 different ways. So the first way that we can do this is 12 is equal to 3 groups of 4. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. The second way that we can do this is 12 is equal to 4 groups of 3. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Basically what we were doing is fact families, so we can have 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12, 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. When we do the same thing with the negatives, we've got 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. We also have 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. In each case, when you divide a positive integer by a negative integer, you get a negative integer. So positive divided by negative equals negative. In this way, we've got negative 12 as our answer, so 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by negative 4 equals 3. Negative 12 divided by 3 equals negative 4. When you divide a negative integer by a negative integer, you get a positive integer. When you divide a negative integer by a positive integer, you get a negative integer. So please pause the video and have students on the left side of the group do 1, 3, and 5. People on the right side do 2, 4, and 6. Please pause the video to try these. Again, very similar to what we did yesterday with multiplication. If they are same signs, the answer is positive. If they are different signs, the answer is negative. Pause the video and I'll come back with the answers. Hopefully you had enough time to do these problems. When we do 12 divided by negative 3, our answer should be negative 4. Negative 32 divided by 4, our answer should be negative 8. A negative divided by a negative, the answer is positive, so our answer is 7. Negative divided by a positive, answer is negative, so we get negative 5. Different signs again, when we divide those two, we get negative 9. And since these are same signs, a negative divided by a negative is a positive, or positive 12. What we've talked about then is when we divide integers with the same sign, the answer is positive. When we divide integers with different signs, the answer is negative. Negative 18 divided by negative 6 is... Hopefully you were able to say the quotient is positive 3. The answer is 3 because we have a same signs. The answer is positive. When you divide 75 divided by negative 25, I see different signs. So that means that my answer will be negative. When I have different signs, I get negative 3. How many 6's are in negative 54? I have different signs again. So that tells me that the answer is negative 9. Here are a few more problems that I would like you to try. Please pause the video while the students try these 6 problems. Again, hopefully you had a chance This is a regular problem that we've all done for quite some time. 14 divided by 2 gives us 7. Negative 32 divided by negative 4, these have same signs. The answer is positive, so we get 8. Negative 40 divided by negative 8, same signs, 5. 0 divided by negative 6. Anytime we divide 0 by anything, our answer is 0. Negative 49 divided by 7 is negative 7. And 21 divided by negative 3, our answer is also negative 7. One of the things that we are going to do differently today is we are going to evaluate a problem when we are given what x is and what y is. So the first thing that we have to do with this problem, 10 minus x squared divided by y, when x equals 8 and y equals negative 4, is to substitute those 8 in for x and negative 4 in for y. So you can see we have 10 minus 8 squared divided by negative 4. We then follow our order of operations because we are going to do the exponent first. So we have 10 minus this divided by this. When we multiply that, we get 64. So 8 times 8 is 64. So we'll have 10 minus 64 divided by negative 4. What we also know next to happen is we must divide next in our order of operations. So 64 divided by negative 4 gives us negative 16. So we have 10 minus negative 16. When we change this, we add the opposite. So we will get plus 16, which gives us 26. When I have negative 18 divided by negative 6, I get an answer of 3. When I put in negative 18 plus 6, that gives me 12, divided by 3 gives me negative 4. B squared, that means it's all in parentheses, so this would be 36 divided by negative 18, which would give me negative 2, plus our 4 gives me my 2. You measure the height of the tide using the support beams of a pier. Your measurements are shown in the picture. What is the mean hourly change in the height? So mean is average. So the way we find average is we divide by how many. We add them all up and we divide by how many. So in this case, you can use a model to solve the problem. So mean equals hourly change equals the final height, take away the initial height, over the time. So as we do this, you can see that we were at 8 inches at 8 o'clock where it ended. It was at 59 inches at 2 o'clock, and there were 6 hours possible here. So we have to subtract 8 minus 59, add the opposite. So this would be 8 plus negative 59. They become different signs. Our answer is negative. So we have negative 51/6. When we divide that out, we get 8.5. So the average tide change in height is negative 8.5 inches per hour. How are the rules for multiplication and division integers related? The rules are the same because the operations are the inverses, as we talked, which means opposites. You can use fact families to write a division problem as multiplication problem, and vice versa. So for your assignment today, you have textbook page 32 and 33, problems 8 through 36 even, and number 40. Students, you may work on this the rest of the time. I will give back your quizzes on Thursday. Hopefully I am back, and I will give those back on Thursday. Thanks and have a great day.